it's great to have you back to Del's Kitchen. As always, we have beautiful sunny weather here in London. It's really nice at home, which makes the isolation really easy. And thanks to this weather, we've been having lots of barbecues, and that is why today I'm going to show you two sides because they're quite popular and we can use the Magic Masala, making life much easier. So today I'm going to do roast potato wedges and I'm going to do stuffed mushrooms. So the only dish that has the Magic Masala will be your roast potatoes. So we're going to start with that because we've got the oven on to 200 degrees and potatoes will take time to cook. I've got over here around 9 potatoes that have been soaking in water, and all we need is oil, salt, Magic Masala, garlic pods and 2 onions. Okay, so before I cut the potatoes, let's pour in the oil. So this is roughly around 4 to 5 tablespoons of oil. I'm going to put 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 3 heaped tablespoons of the Magic Masala. I'm going to also roughly cut, and this is why this dish is so quick and easy and so tasty. You really don't have to spend much time in preparation. Put it in the oven and you forget about it, and all you can do is then just feed it to your guests. Okay, so the way I cut my potatoes is I don't cut them like this on the fat side, I cut them on the thin side. So I get a flatter wedge, and I just kind of crisscross designs to make them wedges. And try and keep them all uniform in size so they cook evenly. So in this mix, I'm just going to sprinkle around half a teaspoon of sugar, which will kind of help the potatoes to caramelize and crisp up at the edges. I'm also going to put garlic pods, and there's really no need to peel them. If you want to peel them, go ahead, but I think they roast pretty well in its skin, and then they're nice and soft and juicy. So I just kind of slit the really big ones and then just place them in. This dish is so versatile that if you have peppers, like green peppers or red peppers, chop them in. The more the merrier. You can put green chilies as well to make it spicy, but the Magic Masala is spicy enough, so you might not need that. So I would really recommend that as you mix the potatoes, you increase the Magic Masala accordingly if you wish. Make sure all your potatoes are coated. Keep it at 200 degrees for around half an hour to 40 minutes. And you can forget about it now. Next recipe is for stuffed mushrooms, and this is completely made up by me, just going by my taste buds. So I'm using 2 types of mushrooms here. These are called large flat mushrooms. They're also known as portobello mushrooms, and this will be the base and this will be your stuffing. But before we get on to the stuffing mix, what I'm going to do is just cut off these stubs, and I'm going to use them, so don't throw them away, and just kind of trim these loose ends to make them look a little bit more attractive. Okay, so what I've done here is simply slit a leek and given it a good wash because leeks tend to have muddy residue on them. And I'm going to now start with finely chopping a whole onion, and this is going to be the base of your stuffing. If you don't have leeks where you are, then it doesn't matter, just get another onion because the more onions you have, the better. And all I'm doing is kind of making long slits, really gradually chopping them really fine. So we're going to start making the base for our mushrooms, the stuffing rather. I'm just going to put probably around 3 tablespoons of oil, and I always have butter in the fridge for cooking, and mushrooms really taste incredible with butter. So I'm just going to put a bit of butter, and don't panic about the amounts because there's a lot of stuff going in and it will just soak up the fat. Just wait for it to kind of melt down. First putting the onion to cook, and I'm putting the white part of the leek first because the green bits will cook really quickly and I don't want them to burn. So in this mix, we just wait for the onions to caramelize. You can also kind of chop garlic, but I'm not going to put it because I'm just going to keep some cheese with garlic and I don't want it to be too garlicky. If you don't have garlicky cheese, then just put garlic right now. Now chopping 2 bird's eye chilies to give us a kick and a normal chili. But if you've got normal chilies that do the job, just put that. The onions still need to fry a bit, but let's keep the chilies in. And I think we can safely put the green part of the leek as well. Give it a good toss. And this is now where I would probably reduce the flame to medium. So just let it cook slowly while we chop the mushrooms. But the key here is to cut the mushrooms as small as possible, not forgetting that they do shrink. But the leek's still cooking and really softening. I've literally just got 1 box of mushrooms and this is the outcome. So I'm going to place these in so they start softening and cooking while I do the other box. Give it a good stir. And if you feel the mixture is too dry, you're welcome to put a little bit more butter. I would just hold on to this for now. I'm ready to put batch number 2 of the mushrooms and I think a little bit more butter is required. So in goes the butter first and then the second box of mushrooms which I have chopped. Don't panic because all this will really shrink to a very small amount which you will see in no time. I have also raised the flame to kind of allow that to happen quickly. This is something I have tried before with mushrooms. I just put a little bit of cumin, kind of give it a little bit of nutty taste with the garlic and coriander. It kind of blends really well. Not putting a lot. If you don't like jeera, then just don't put it. Of course, you have to put your salt. Just putting 2 small teaspoons of it because your cheese will also have salt in it. Again, give it a good stir and you can see how the mushrooms are releasing mushroom juice. So all that has to completely dry out, which is why it's now on a very high flame to allow that to happen. While the mixture for the stuffing is cooking and boiling away, I'm just going to make the topping for the stuffing. And I've got some fresh bread, but it's not fresh, it's yesterday's bread. But the more stale it is, the better for breadcrumbs. All I'm doing is using my processor. It's just kind of taking pieces of bread. I think 2 should be enough, or I might actually put 1 more to play it safe. 3 slices of bread, a block of cheddar cheese, probably around 3 inches, and all you have to do is just roughly chop it and let the machine do its chopping for you. I've also got a block of Parmesan cheese again. I've got some parsley. In it goes. And I should also put a handful of coriander. Everything in the machine. This is what it will look like. I'm happy that this mixture has completely reduced to the pulp I wanted. Now we have to wait for it to cool down. So we can mix it with the cream cheese and the garlic boursin cheese. And then put it in your mushrooms. Let's not forget about the potatoes. I'm just going to get it out. I just feel that I need to put something of color in this dish. So I just took like the green of the leek and I'm going to keep it in because it doesn't really require a lot of cooking now. And mix it in and it already looks so much more colorful. Like I said before, if you have a green pepper, that will go really well with the roast potatoes. So let's keep this back in the oven and they will brown beautifully. The mushrooms are still cooling. It should be a problem if you're just going to keep one of the cheeses. The boursin cheese should be fine if it melts down a bit, so the garlic actually infuses with the mushroom. I'm gonna keep a whole healthy wedge of the boursin and just gently, you can already see how due to the heat it's kind of breaking down quite easily, and this will give a lovely garlic flavor to your mix. Time to put Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm going to use half a tub of this. So this is how your mixture will look after you've put the Philadelphia cream cheese. Now onwards to the mushrooms. Let's put them inside, put the stuffing, and then in they go in the oven. Hold your nice large cup of mushroom. Take a generous amount. Don't overstuff it. We put the stuffing in the large mushrooms. Now for the topping. Now this is a little bit tricky because it goes all over the place. Don't panic. Just kind of keep as much stuffing as you can on top, and just make sure your hands are nice and clean. So I've really done my best to put the stuffing and the topping as closely and press it down as possible and make it look neat, and they're pretty picture of green, but it'll all change and it'll become brown in the oven. So I'm going to keep these in the oven for around 25 to 30 minutes. I've just removed the potatoes from the oven, and this is exactly what I'd like it to be. Crispy on the outside and really soft and spicy on the inside. Just going to put half a lemon on them. Give it a good mix. I'm also going to get the mushrooms out. It's been half an hour in the oven. So once again, just like I do for the rice, I'm going to do the same for these potatoes to make it look really lovely. Hope it works. It does. A bit of coriander, and just a tip, use a flat spoon or a spatula to kind of get your mushroom off the ground. Keep it in your plate, otherwise it might just kind of stick to the foil. Time for tasting. This is the best bit, and I'm so glad I get to do this. It would have been lovely to have some meat, but you can use the same sort of ingredients for chicken as well. Just add a little bit of barbecue sauce and ketchup, and you're laughing. Perfectly cooked. Oh my god. So with the mushroom I was getting a crunch, I was getting cheese, I was getting mushroom, I was getting chili, I was getting all sort of explosion of flavors. So really simple to make as always, because that's what I'm all about, simplicity at its best. And you have your stuffed mushrooms and your potato wedges in Magic Masala. Let me just take the opportunity to tell you that I will be getting out a YouTube channel, and I will send you all a link. If you could just go onto it, subscribe for me, see any of the videos that you might want to catch up with, that would be awesome. As always, much love and have a brilliant day. Bye.